Hi everybody, welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. Today we're going to do a quick de-stress stretch. It's not going to take very long, but if you're feeling overwhelmed, come right here. I've got you. We're going to use a couple blocks and a blanket. Any kind of blanket works. These are great Mexican yoga blankets, but any throw blanket you got on the couch is going to work. And if you don't have blocks, grab a heavy book or something. That'll work well for you. But I'm going to come to sit on my blocks. I like to sit on 2 blocks. I got a booty. If you've got a booty, come sit on these blocks. Have a seat on these blocks. I'm going to set my blanket aside for right now, but you can absolutely tuck this blanket underneath your knees if you'd like to. Find what feels right for you, but I'm just going to set it aside for now. I'm going to use it here in just a little bit. Find your most comfortable seat. Maybe you're in crisscross applesauce. Maybe those legs are extended. All of these things are absolutely perfectly fine. And we're going to sit up real tall here, extending through the crown of our head, bringing those shoulders back and down, bringing those hands to our knees, maybe closing our eyes. And just start to breathe. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling. Observe your breath, making no changes, just watching as it comes in through your nose. Feeling that chest gently expand, feeling that belly gently expand, and exhale. Everything I tell you today is a suggestion and not a command. Make any adjustments to your body that you need to do. This is your practice. I'll give you some options, but if something feels better for you, take that. There's no yoga police in your home. You can do whatever you want to do. This is your personal practice. I am but your guide. Inhale and exhale. We're going to start to deepen that breath, inhaling for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale. Maybe even tighten up those tummy muscles. Press out all that old air. Inhale fully. Feel those ribs expand. Feel that belly expand. And exhale, let it go. On your next exhale, roll that chin to your chest. Let that forehead feel so heavy. Observe those sensations in the back of your neck. Maybe it's the bottom of your skull. Maybe it's the top of your shoulders. Big full breath in. And exhale, roll this right ear to this right shoulder. Maybe we extend this left hand out. Maybe we point our chin in a couple different directions till you find that custom neck stretch. Full breath in and release. Let it go. Inhale fully and deeply and release. One more breath in. And on that exhale, release your hand, roll your chin to your chest. Big breath in and exhale. Inhale fully and deeply. And on your exhale, roll this left ear over this left shoulder. Maybe we extend that right hand out. Maybe we point that chin in a couple different directions. Find that custom neck stretch. Big breath in and let it go. Inhale fully and deeply and release. One more big full breath in. And on the exhale, let that arm go. Roll that chin to your chest. Shake your head no real dramatically. It's more of a side to side lean. Imagine maybe like an elephant as he sways his head from side to side. Observing those sensations in your neck as you breathe. Maybe it feels a little crunchy. That's okay. That's normal and natural. Just breathe through it. And on that next exhale, roll that chin to your chest. Then very, very slowly draw that head back up to center. Hi, friends. Inhale those arms up, reaching high. Bring this right hand down, this left hand over. Press that left hip into those blocks. Reach that left hand out. Maybe we look up, maybe we look down. Draw the attention to those ribs. Big breath in. Open up those ribs. And exhale fully. Oh, I love that one. One more time. Inhale, open up those ribs. And exhale completely. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back to center. Inhale those arms up. And we're just going to the other side. Left hand down, right hand over. Press that right hip into the blocks as we reach that right hand. Draw your attention to those ribs. Big breath in. Open up those ribs. And release, let it go. Inhale fully and completely, open up those ribs. And release, let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles, draw that body back to center. All right, my friends, we're gonna come down off of these blocks if you're sitting on them. And we're gonna rearrange a little bit. You remember we had this blanket. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of luxury because we are stressed out and we deserve it. So we're going to bring the blocks to the top of our mat, wherever the top of that is for you. And then I'm going to unfold my blanket just a little bit till it's about this size. And I'm going to bring it to the mat. And now I've got fancy cushioning for my knees. So bring that blanket back, crawl on top of it. Look at that, nice and cushy. Bring those knees right underneath your hips and bring those wrists right underneath your shoulders. Make that back feel nice and flat. Inhale, start to round that spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin and tuck your tailbone, cat pose. Exhale, let that belly start to drop. Arch your back, shine your heart forward, cow pose. Inhale, draw that spine up towards the ceiling. Maybe when we're in cat pose here with our tailbone tucked and our chin to our chest, it might feel good to dip that hip back just a little bit. Exhale, rock that body forward, arch that back, shine that heart forward, maybe even looking forward. Big breath in, round that spine up towards the ceiling. Start to make any natural movements that feel good. Maybe those hips sinking back just a little bit feel good. Maybe it feels good to dip one shoulder and dip the other shoulder. And then sink into your cow pose, arching your back, shining your heart forward. Maybe it feels good to sway those hips a little from side to side. All of these are wonderful. Take some cat-cows here on your own. Breathing into one posture, exhaling into the other posture. Draw your attention to your spine. Watch your spine with your mind's eye. Watch it bend and flex and twist and shift, observing those sensations and those muscles around your spine. Breathing the whole time, inhaling and moving with your breath, exhaling and releasing that old energy. Move your body. One more cat pose. And one more cow pose. Back to your tabletop. Start to walk those hands forward. Let that heart slowly start to sink down. Maybe those knees need to pull apart just a little bit. Let that heart come down. Let that chest come down. Find a puppy pose. This is a nice alternative to a child's pose. Keeping those hips nice and high may release some of that lower back pressure. Take 2 full deep breaths here. Start to press into those hands. Slowly start to come up back to that tabletop. And now we're just going to bring this left foot forward. Bring that left foot forward. Walk those left toes forward just a little bit. We're going to shift those hips down and forward, creating a bend in our knee. We're going to be a little careful here because we don't want to injure ourselves. So we want to kind of focus on keeping that knee either directly over that ankle or just behind that ankle. Avoid having it extend over that ankle. While you probably won't hurt yourself, it does open yourself up for a little bit of a possibility for injury, and we're not here to hurt ourselves. So just be gentle. Maybe we sink those hips down and low and find that knee in that perfect spot. Now you've got some blocks here. So if you've got short T-Rex arms like me, press into those blocks. Use those blocks to bring the earth towards you and shine that heart forward. Draw your attention to that little muscle right in the front of your front of your right hip. Notice it. It's called the psoas muscle, PSOAS. And he's the culprit for a lot of lower back pain. So send some love to that area. Send some breath to that area. Big full breath in. And on that exhale, start to press into that front foot. Start to straighten that front leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just straightened. And then let those toes start to lift up as those hips start to sink back. You've got blocks right here, so if you need to walk them a little closer to your hands, you absolutely can do that. And you find yourself in a reverse split. Pull those shoulders from your ears. Big breath in, and on your exhale, maybe that heart can melt down just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. You should feel a nice stretch up the back of your leg. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Bend into that front knee. We're just going to shift forward once again to that low lunge. Press into those blocks. Shine that heart forward. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Press into these blocks, and we're just going to bring this left knee back to meet the right. Sink those hips back just a little bit. Maybe sway them a little from side to side. That was a really intense stretch. I'm so proud of you. And we're just going to do the other side, my friends. Come on back up. Bring this right foot forward. Now, remembering our knee placement to stay safe here, sink those hips down and low. Bringing your hands to blocks wherever they may be. Sinking those hips down, shining that heart forward. Bring your attention to the psoas muscle right there in the front of your left hip. Big breath in and exhale. Let it go. Start to straighten that front leg. Start to sink those hips back. Maybe those toes lift up. You can always scoot those blocks a little closer. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in, and on your exhale, maybe we fold a little bit here. Excellent. Find that reverse split on this side. Let it go. Send that love right up the back of your leg. Start to bend into that front knee. Start to sink those hips forward, returning to that low lunge. Shine that heart forward. Big breath in and exhale. Press into those blocks. Bring that right knee back to meet the left. Wonderful. I'm going to set my blocks out of the way and come to that tabletop posture once again, bringing those knees right underneath my hips, bringing those wrists right underneath my shoulders, or just slightly ahead, whatever feels right for you. And then walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Sink those hips down to the left. Take a couple breaths here. One more breath in and release. Come on back up. Walk those hands back to center. One cat pose, one cow pose. Back to tabletop. Walk your hands over to the left hand side of your mat. Sink those hips down to the right. Find a little side body stretch here. Breathe. Come on back up. Walk those hands back to center. One cat pose, one cow pose. Back to your tabletop. Spread those knees nice as wide. Bring those big toes together to touch. Sink those hips back. Walk those hands forward. Bring those forearms down. Let that heart sink down. We're not melting all the way to the floor, just the forearms. Let that head release. Take a couple of breaths here. Send that love throughout your body. Send that breath searching throughout your body, looking for old energy, things that don't serve you anymore. And exhale them out. Let them go. One more big breath in and release. Slowly start to press yourself back up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And then we're going to just come to seat. Maybe we sit on that blanket. You deserve all of the luxury, my friend. So come to a comfortable seat. Come to your version of crisscross applesauce. Maybe those blocks are handy right underneath your knees. Maybe that provides a little extra support for you. They are there for you. I always use block. There is no shame in your prop game. Inhale those arms up, reaching high, maybe even looking in between your hands. Draw those palms together to touch and down to your heart center. We give honor to the beautiful culture that gave us yoga, and we recite, "The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you." Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this quick, easy de-stress stretch. I hope you feel so much better. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to make more videos like this. Please consider subscribing to my channel. We do lots of videos. We do lots of different types of videos, different lengths. So there's a yoga for you right here on Von Cupcake Yoga. And I want to thank A Little Twisted Yoga Studio for allowing me to film in such a beautiful location. I encourage you to get out into your local yoga studio and check out some classes, but I am here for you at home. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.